Hey girl. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to record these. I'm sure I'll put them in a certain type of order or a playlist as we go along. But these topics just shoot off in my brain in moments when I'm like cleaning the house or doing whatever. So whenever I have something to talk about, especially if I feel like it's gonna help you and help me at the same time, I'm gonna shoot them off into the camera and then I'm going to upload them. And then I also wanna get like questions that you have for yourself in your position in life that you may want to ask of me, because hey, I've been there from what I've learned. So that's Izzy in the background. Hold on, y'all. Let me sit down for a second. Okay, so how shall I put this? Can I put this down on my piano so I could talk about this really quick? I'm in the process of cleaning my room, y'all. But okay, so I've been watching Tony Robbins, right? He's this motivational speaker, speak to your mind guru, you know, just changing how you think about things. Did I say his name right? Tony Robbins? I'm sure you guys are very, very familiar with him.
Miserable.
Oh, we don't want to be miserable. But when I started this new channel, I put it as like motivational, encouragement, pursuit of happiness is my main goal for this channel and the content that I am uploading. Like I said, there is no intent to be negative or influence people to be angry or learn how to be bitter or learn how to just stay in a stage of undevelopment in your brain. If anything that I want you ladies to take away from this is that what your state of mind is in right now, because your physical body isn't in anything except the body that God gave you. What your state of mind is in right now is not the state of being that you are and that God made you, or whoever that you celebrate religiously. So I am up this morning, y'all. I had a really awful day yesterday on account of physical health. I had a horrible migraine and whatnot, and I started to pray. I said, Lord, you know what? My life is good right now. I feel like the physical is trying to take over my life and distract me from my happiness. Okay? And this is where I'm going with this. If you are going through anything, whether it's a divorce or whatever, you're in a state of depression or whatever it may be, you have to get up and move around, honey. You have to get out of the bed. You have to not want to be in that position. And I know you're probably going to be like, I don't want to be here. I didn't ask to be here. None of us asked to be in this position that we are in, girlfriend, but we are. But it is a choice to either 100% of your day circulate the thought in your brain that I'm going through a divorce. This is the worst thing that's happened to me. He sucks. You know, what happened? It's my fault. Woo, woo, woo. You've got to get those thoughts out of your head. You have to get off that hamster wheel, okay? Because we know where hamsters be at in the PetSmart pet store, chewing on some day old lettuce and kibble that looks like it could have came out of their back end. Now I'm talking about, so I want you to get up and move. You have to insert exercise in your day, some type of movement in your day, because movement is power. Thoughts are power, but if God wanted us to be mental beings, he would have left us in the spiritual realm. But he gave us this physical body of choice, okay? Physical body of choice. And what I'm saying is to not be all like religious and ho hum with you guys, is that get up and move, do some squats, walk around the block, read some exercise, fitness mags, change your thoughts into moving into movement. If your body is moving, then your brain is moving, and you're not going to stay on that hamster wheel of depression and loneliness. And it's a sickness. My mama says it's a bed of affliction. You got to get out of your bed of affliction. That's why I made it a point to make up my bed every day so that I can't lie in my bed when I don't need to be lying in my bed. Lying, and I said lying, not laying. Laying in your bed is for at nighttime for rest, and in the morning time to wake up, and occasional naps. But I don't even like to nap in my bed because that puts me down like for the whole day. I just don't want to get up out of the bed. You know, I don't have a TV in my room for that reason, because I like the room to be like just a room of rest, and then you get up and you get out of it. Don't get too, I know people say make your room comfortable, but don't get too comfortable in your room, baby, unless you're doing the other type of nighttime work that you can't write off on the tax return on. Ta-da! Okay? Be a lady, not a hooker. So listen, get up and move, get up and exercise to get your body moving, and it gets your brain moving, and it gets your brain pumping to doing something else rather than circulating that toxic negativity within your brain. And like I say, if you're laying in the bed, that's going to be your choice to stay in that state of mind of just thinking about everything that went wrong, everything that is not right, everything that you just want to go back to what it was. But girl, you have to progress. You have to be progressive, and you have to get out of that bed. You have to go wash your butt, wash your life giver, because you got kids, spackle some deodorant on, or I don't know, girl. Some people don't wear deodorant. I don't know, girl. Brush your teeth, brush your hair, and dedicate some workout time for yourself. I know that really helped me out in the very beginning. I started doing CrossFit, but let me tell you, girl, I stopped doing that because it was very intense on these old bones, girl. I know I may look like I just turned 21, but I'm not. Okay? I'm 21 plus a couple of 10 years and some change and some quarters and some cents. How you doing? So you've got to get that blood pumping. You've got to get your body moving because you want to stay healthy anyway. Stress will bust a pipe, okay? And exercise is a stress reliever. And sometimes you just be working out on that treadmill, girl, and you just trying to get them last 5 minutes in to the point where you forgot what you were thinking about. Change your thoughts. Change your thought process for the day. And not only is exercise a good way to just boost up those positive endorphins in your body, it's good health-wise. Okay, laying in the bed, what are you doing? There's no blood flowing. Your body just circulating that old, tired out, sad blood around. Old, tired out, dried out oxygen, honey. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up, circulate that blood, and get your heart pumping, get your eyes moving, get your body excited. If your body is excited, your mental processing will be excited. And then after your workout, you know, you may have become so distracted that you can accomplish just a little bit more in your day. I'm not saying this is the secret ingredient to not being in a state of change. Cause like a birth, when a baby is born, you think it's painful to the mother, but think about how painful it is to the baby. You're getting squeezed and crunched, and your head is coming out like one of the people from the movies, cone heads. Girl, you know, you are being birthed right now, and you've got to get physically fit to be birthed into your new world, into your new life. You're going to learn how to love yourself first and put yourself first, girl, because you're putting everybody else first before you. Your kids first. That's why you tied out in this bed, child. Okay, you put that man first, child, and now you're laying in the bed because you're saying to yourself, he stole all these years from me. Well, you ain't going to have no more years if you lay in that bed and die of a clogged artery or something. You know what I'm talking about? And stressing yourself out. You got to create more years, and don't give all of the power to someone who is not worried about where that power goes. It is wasted energy that you are getting sucked out of you like a vampire. a vampire, and he ain't the cute vampire named Edward from Twilight. You know what I'm talking about? And actually, I ain't even like him. I like the Emmett, the big one who likes sports. Okay? So don't let the ugly, real, nasty, demonic vampire come and suck all of your energy out. You got to get up out of that bed and live in the daylight. Get up and move. Work out. Do some squats. Drink water so that you can at least change one thing about your day. It may not change your whole thought process in just one day and you're just not thinking about it anymore, but it's a step that gets you a little bit further in the day, if you know what I mean. Kind of like coffee. Probably ain't got nothing in you in the morning, girl, but that coffee allows you to get to that next step, okay? Well, that exercise is going to allow you to get to that next step. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, we knew that. Well, there is a knowing, and then there is also a doing. So just because you know doesn't mean that you're doing it. And I know a lot of things, but I wasn't doing it at the time, which it took me some time to come up from out of that. So I am in the action of acting in life rather than knowing. So get up and move around the cabin, girlfriend, and work out. Go walk, do some squats, do some burpees, and think about that. Just meditate on that. Do something for yourself. This is for you. This is for you, girl, because you want that body to be snatched, okay? You don't want to be looking like Matilda. I didn't say Matilda, Matilda. Okay, you don't want to be looking like a Matilda, okay? Looking like the world turned its back on you and you done turned your back on the world. Lion King. Know what about? So, girl, get yourself together. You're going to be all right. But you got to get up out of that bed and you got to start working out, girl, okay? Don't let that slob life rule you. Don't be about that life, because it is easy to do, okay? Although you might have lost about 10 pounds laying in that bed for all them days that you've been laying in that bed, girl. Get up. Go wash yourself. I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. So, what did you learn today? Get up out of the bed. Put down the Netflix remote. Put down the wine, although you can have a sip at nighttime. Put down the Twinkies or whatever your flavor, whatever your sugar poison is, child. Get out of that bed. I got out of my bed. I took a shower. Put pajamas back on. Yes. Put pajamas back on. Put my wig on and put some makeup on, girl. Because, if I'm going to be around the house, that's another thing. If you are going to be in the pajamas, get you some fabulous pajamas. Don't be wearing them old tie-dye pajamas you didn't have from 12 years a slave ago with the holes in it. That reminds you of, I remember when I used to wear these in front of him. Girl, you need to get you some new pajamas that you wear in front of yourself. Okay? That you wearing in front of yourself. Maybe in front of somebody else, but you can't do that because... Huh? Who said that? Get you some good pajamas, okay? Okay? And get you your smell good lotions on. And even if you're not into makeup, just wash your face, brush your teeth, and put on some lip gloss. Don't nobody want to be looking you in the face looking like you've been chewing on some Brillo pads. Okay? I love you. You're going to be all right. I'm here for you. Leave any questions for me down below. I am here to make you guys laugh through it and realize that you're going to be okay. So if you have a topic that you would like for me to cover in the next video, go ahead and leave it down. You don't have to get too personal and leave all of your whole life spiel story in the comment section. You don't have to do that, but you can place a question like, okay, make it vague if it's your personal business. And I want to encourage you not to call the person out. I know, it's hard, trust me. I know, been there, done that, got a t-shirt, now I clean up my house with it, it's got bleach stains and everything. But try to take the person out of it and put your feelings into it. Like, okay, V, I spent all of these years with this person. Now what? Because I feel this way. Take a lot of the blame out of your mouth, okay, because it's already in your spirit, but out of your mouth for that person, and just put it in how you feel. I feel. And if something did happen, like say if that person was a cheater or they just kind of gave up in the marriage or whatever, you can say, I feel this person gave up in the marriage, or I know this person cheated and this is how it made me feel. How do I move on from that? How do I start changing my thought process or whatever? You know what I'm trying to say? We do not want to become a channel where all we're doing in the comment section is bashing people, okay? Because you are your thoughts. If your thoughts are positive, you're going to have a great day. And if your thoughts are negative, you're going to have a negative day. And if you are still on that hamster wheel, thinking about all the things that this person has done for you, it's circulating in you still. And you need a full life transfusion, like a blood transfusion. You got to have a full life transfusion, and you got to change the way that you speak to yourself and the thoughts that you are putting in your mind. So again, y'all girl, you are in a state of change and you are being rebirthed, but we could talk about this in a way that's progressive instead of the latter. So yeah, hope that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? All right, I love y'all. I gotta finish cleaning. I'm about to vacuum my room. I told y'all I was making my bed, child. I ain't laying in my bed today. But you know, the only thing that is laying is this wig, honey. Yes!